Hello everyone. In this video we will do chapter number 13, direct and inverse proportion, exercise 13.1, question number 6. In a model of a ship, the mast is 9 cm high while the mast of the actual ship is 12 meter high. If the length of the ship is 28 meter, how long is the model ship? Here we are having a model ship and the actual ship, in which the height of the mast is given. For the model ship it is 9 cm and for the actual ship it is 12 meter. Now it is given that if the length of the actual ship is 28 meter, then what would be the length of the model ship? Now here firstly we will make the table. This is the height of mast, height of mast and the length. Now here I would write for the model ship. The dimensions of the model ship is given in centimeters, so I would write here in centimeter. Next is the actual ship. For actual ship the dimensions are given in meters, so here it is in meters. The height of the mast for the model ship is 9 cm and for the actual ship is 12 meter. And the length of the actual ship is given to be 28 and we are to find out the length of the model ship. So these are the dimensions for the model ship and these are the dimensions for the actual ship. Now again the question is in the direct proportion, as the values of the model ship vary. Similarly, the dimensions of the model ship will vary. So, direct proportion. It means x upon y must be equal to constant. That is 9 upon x is equal to 12 upon 28. So, x multiplied by 12 is equal to 9 multiplied by 28. That is x is equal to 9 multiplied by 28 divided by 12. 3 3 is the 9, 4 3 is the 12, 4 7 is the 28. So x must be equal to 21. It must be centimeter as the dimensions of the model ship is in centimeter. So this is 21 centimeter, that is the length of the model ship will be equal to 21 centimeter. Next is question number 7. Suppose 2 kilograms of sugar contains 9 into 10 raised to power 6 crystals. How many sugar crystals are there in 5 kilograms of sugar? Second part is 1.2 kilograms of sugar. Now the number of crystals in 2 kilograms of sugar is given, that is 9 into 10 raised to power 6. We are to find the number of sugar crystals in 5 kilogram of sugar and 1.2 kilograms of sugar. So firstly the values are amount of sugar, that is in kilograms, and the second one is number of crystals, number of crystals. So firstly it is given that in 2 kilograms of sugar 19 into 10 raised to power 6 crystals are there, and we are to find out how many sugar crystals will be in 5 kilograms of sugar and in 1.2 kilogram of sugar. So I will take the two values as x and y. As the quantity of the sugar will increase, the number of crystals will also be increase. So this is direct proportion. So we can say that 2 upon 9 into 10 raised to power 6 is equal to 5 upon x, as x upon y must be equal to constant. Now 2 multiplied by x will be equal to 5 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10 raised to power 6. It can be written as x is equal to 5 into 9 into 10 raised to power 6 can be written as 10 lakh divided by 2. That is equal to 2 5s the 10, that is 5 lakh, which is further equal to x is equal to 5 5s the 25, 25 9s the 225, that is 225 0 0 0 0 0, which is further equal to 2.25 into 10 raised to power. You can write it in the standard form by putting the decimal 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 2.25 into 10 raised to power 7 is the number of crystals in 5 kilograms of sugar. Similarly, we can calculate for 1.2 kilogram of sugar, that is 1.2 upon y must be equal to 2 upon 9 into 10 raised to power 6. That is 2 multiplied by y is equal to 1.2 into 9 into 10 raised to power 6. Further, it can be written as y is equal to, this 1.2 can be written as 12 upon 10. So we can write it as 12 into 9 into 10 lakh into 2, as I have removed the decimal of this 1.2, which can be written as 12 upon 10. So now do the simplification. This 0 and 0 cancel with each other. 2 6 the 12, 9 6 the 54. So y is equal to 54 0 0 0 0 0. That is, now we can change it in the standard form. So it can be written as 5.4 into 10 raised to power 1 2 3 4 5 6 into 10 raised to power 6. So in 1.2 kilograms of sugar, there will be 5.4 into 10 raised to power 6 crystals. Next is question number 8. Rashmi has a road map with the scale of 1 centimeter representing 18 kilometer. She drives on a road for 72 kilometers. What would be her distance covered in the map? Now there is a distance on map and on road. 18 kilometer distance on road is represented by 1 centimeter on the map. So here the table can be written as distance on map, that is in centimeters, and distance on road, it is given in kilometers. So for distance on map, that is 1 centimeter distance is represented by 18 kilometers, and we are to find out 72 kilometer will be represented as what value on map. So I will take it as x. As the distance on the road will increase, ultimately the distance on the map will also be increased. So it is again in direct proportion. That is x upon y is equal to constant, that is 1 by 18 is equal to x upon 72, that is 72 multiplied by 1 is 72, x multiplied by 18. So x is equal to 72 divided by 18. 18 4s the 72, so x is equal to 4. centimeters. So 72 kilometer distance on road can be represented by 4 centimeters on map. Question number 9 is a 5 meter 60 centimeter high vertical pole cast a shadow 3 meter 20 centimeter long. Find at the same time the length of the shadow. We have to calculate the length of the shadow cast by another pole 10 meter 50 centimeter high. Second part, the height of the pole which cast a shadow 5 meter long. Now we are having a pole whose height is 5 meter 60 centimeter and the length of its shadow is 3 meter 20 centimeter. And we are to find out the length of the shadow cast by the another pole which is 10 meter 50 centimeter high, as well as the height of another pole whose shadow is 5 meter long. So we are having two terms here, the height of the pole and the length of the shadow. So I will write it here, height, and the second one is length, height of pole, length of shadow. As the dimensions are given in mixed forms, so we will convert them in one unit, that is we can write it as in centimeters. So here I will write it as in centimeters. Now firstly we will do the simplifications. We will convert 5 meter 60 centimeter in centimeters, 5 meter 60 centimeters, and this is 3 meter 20 centimeter. Here the height of the pole is given and we are to find out the length of shadow. The height is 10 meter 50 centimeter, and the second one is we are to find out the height of the pole where the length of the shadow is 5 meter. So now we can take it as x and this as y. Now firstly we will do the conversions. Students, as the height of the pole will increase, ultimately the length of shadow will also be increased. So this is the direct proportion. So I will write it as direct proportion, that is x upon y is equal to constant. Before calculating the values, I will convert the dimensions. So as we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So 5 meter will be equal to 500 centimeters. Or we can say that 5 meter 60 centimeters is equal to 500 plus 60, that is 560 centimeters. This is equal to 560 centimeters. Similarly, 3 meter will be equal to 300 centimeters. So we can say that 3 meter 20 centimeter is equal to 300 plus 20, which is equal to 320 centimeters. So it is equal to 320. Now 10 meters will be equal to 10 multiplied by 100, that is 1000 centimeters, or we can say that 10 meter 50 centimeter is equal to 1000 plus 50, which is equal to 1050 centimeter. Similarly, 5 meter is equal to 500 centimeter. So this is equal to 1050 centimeters and this is equal to 500. So now as we have done all the conversions and we know that the question is in direct proportion, so 560 upon 320 must be equal to 1050 upon x, or we can say that 560 multiplied by x is equal to 320 multiplied by 1050, and x will be equal to 320 multiplied by 1050 divided by 560. 0 and 0 cancel. 4 8s the 32. 7 8 the 56. 15 7s the 105. So this is 150. So x is equal to 15 4s the 60. That is 600 centimeters, or we can say that it is 6 meter. Now for the next part, the length of shadow is 500 centimeter and we are to find out the height of the pole. So we can say that (560 upon 320) is equal to y upon 500. That is y multiplied by 320 is equal to 560 multiplied by 500, which is further equal to y is equal to 560 multiplied by 500 divided by 320. 0 and 0 cancel. 7 8 the 56. 4 8s the 32. So 4 1s the 4. 1 0 10. 4 2s the 8. 2 0 20. 4 5s the 20, which is further equal to y is equal to 125 multiplied by 7. 875 centimeters. This is 875 centimeter, which can be written as 8 meter 75 centimeter, as the height of pole is 8 meter 75 centimeter is the required answer. Question number 10. A loaded truck travels 14 km in 25 minutes. If the speed remains same, how far it can travel in 5 hours? Now, the distance covered by the truck is given in the given time interval. Now, write down distance. Distance is in kilometers, and the time, as the one value is given in minutes and the other value is given in hours, so we will change the term 5 hours in minutes. So I will write here time in minutes. The distance covered by the loader truck is 14 km in 25 minutes. So this is 14 in 25 minutes, and we are to calculate for 5 hours. Here I will take it as x, as we know that in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So in 5 hours it would be 5 multiplied by 60. 6 5 the 30. It means 300 minute. So it is equal to 300. As the time will increase, so the distance covered by the truck will also be increased. So we can write it as, this is the direct proportion. Direct proportion. So x upon y must be equal to constant, that is 14 upon 25 is equal to x upon 300, that is 25 multiplied by x is equal to 14 multiplied by 300, which is equal to, x is equal to 14 into 300 divided by 25. 5 5s the 25, 5 6 the 30, 60, 12 5s the 60. So x is equal to 14 multiplied by 12 is 168. As the distance is in kilometers, so it is 168 kilometer. The distance traveled by the truck in 5 hours will be equal to 168 kilometers. So students, this is all about question number 6 to 10 of exercise 13.1. Thank you.